review of the LuminAID 2-in-1 Hero model, and I thought I'd come out and use my green screen. We just got back from camping for the weekend, well, an overnight tent camp. I wanted to try this out. I would like to get into more of a boondocking stance when we camp. This is my first foray into solar powered anything. Pretty impressed with this model. Like I said, it's the Hero model. I paid $59 on Amazon. That was with a $10 immediate coupon. Seems like a lot of money, I know. It does solar charge. You can charge it by USB. If you solar charge, it takes up to 20 hours if it's completely dead, and of course depending on the time of day, where you are, how much sun you got. USB took about 2 hours. It did come about middle charge. To check your charge, you got 4 green lights. You push that button, tells you how charged it is, right? If you are going to plug in to charge your cell phone, you go there and you hit that indicator light and it'll cause charging. If you want to turn it on, you hit that and it turns on. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. It blows up nicely. In the rest of my video, you'll see it blown up. I did a float test on it. I was pretty impressed with this because my cell phone was down to 60%. I charged it up in 1 hour to 100%. And this only went down by a quarter. It was about 4:30 in the afternoon. I found a spot in the sun, propped it up. It charged back up to a full charge in 1 hour of late afternoon sun. So for what I know about solar, that worked pretty well. In the video you're going to see I set it up on the picnic table at 300 lumens. I set it up in the tent at 300 lumens. I did make a mistake though. When I put it up in the tent, it was on the gear loft. Later on that night, I took it off of the gear loft and just hung it on a strap, and it was a lot brighter. And of course it does not strobe like it looks like in the video. That's a camera trick, I guess you would call it. So everything I like about this, it has 300 lumen light, 150 lumen, 75 lumen, a 15 lumen, which is a great little night light. And if you click it one more time, it does SOS. It did float, and you'll see that. It does charge up. If you're going to throw it in the water, you got to make sure this part here is sealed up. And of course it did float upside down because it's top heavy. So those are all the things I did like. The few tiny little things I didn't like that would not stop me from purchasing this again was I wish this power button, there's a little bit of a bump there, but when it was really dark at the campsite, I wish it would have a little glow or an LED or something. And the other thing, the nipple where you blow it up is really a rectum, because let me tell you, it tastes like ass. I have never blown up anything that tasted as bad as this did the 2 times I did it. Therefore, I'm not going to do it again for this part of the video. So we'll cut to the B-roll and we'll do the rest of the test. Thanks. Alright, so I'm in my tent. It's completely dark outside. And I've got the light up in the little loft there. It's on the topmost 300 lumens. And I can see just fine in here. Our little food storage here. It's all dry stuff. We're just going to keep in the tent with us tonight. I charged my cell phone up from 60% to 100% in 1 hour off of the light, and that took it down to 3/4 charge because I charged it up before we left. And then I had a spot in the sun. I went out and chased the sun for an hour. It was late afternoon, 4:15 or so, and did it for an hour, and it charged all the way back up from 3/4 way all the way up to all the way. So far we're good. We're in the tent. Let's take it outside and see what it would look like on a picnic table. So there's our fire. There's a little bit of ambient light, like a little night light thing, and I'm going to set this up on the picnic table. And that's what it does on the picnic table. So I think that's pretty good for solar powered. And I'll show you the lower settings here. So that would be 150 lumen, 75, night light or 15, and your little SOS, and then it goes off. So they advertise this as waterproof and that it floats. They do make the note in the little instruction booklet that your USB port here has to be certainly closed and good. So we used this all night last night and made a great little lantern. I was able to charge my cell phone up a couple times. So I believe their statement that you can get 2 full cell phone charges from what I did overnight. We had electric at our campsite and forgot my wall charger unit for my phone, so I was really glad I had this. So we're going to do a float test and make sure this is closed. So far my only complaint would be I wish the power button here had a little bit of a LED or a glow or something. You know, if it's pitch black, it's a little hard to find the button. Minor complaint. The only other complaint would be the valve. When you get your mouth on that valve to blow it up, it has the most god-awful taste to it. Worse than any beach ball or, you know, little camping pillow or anything else I've ever blown up. So hopefully that'll go away with time. So we're going to toss her in the water and see what happens. All right, Tristan?
You want me to hold it or something?
No, I want you to toss it in the water.
How far do you want me to toss it?
Just right there. I'll hold on to this end of the rope and you just pick it up by the handle.
You want it really far?
No, just right out here.
Okay.
Go. Not that far. Alright, so it's floating. And we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get wet and ruin it. You know, 59 bucks is what I paid. Of course it's top heavy, so that goes down. That would be a little concerning, but you know, you obviously wouldn't float it in the water on purpose, but if you dropped it in the water, it wouldn't sink right away. So I guess it passed that test. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty dead from last night. I kept my cell phone on it all night, but we can check. This little LED indicates that it's available for solar charging. The little battery thing still works. And if you turned it on, yeah, there's a little bit of light in there. So far so good.